we had a lovely COVID heat wave for a while, and then that seems to have subsided. I'm moving house on Thursday.
Hey.
Absolutely can't wait. So I won't be doing any videos on Thursday, but on Friday, Late Night Live will be coming from a new location. Can you believe it?
Hello and welcome to Stretford Paddock, and look where we are today, back in the studio, back where it all began. Oh my god, it's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a long time, just over a nose, so everyone is very sure, everyone is very certain that safety has taken an utmost place in the planning and the sort of production thereon out of this show. I've not seen anyone, I'm still self-isolating. I'm in here by myself, actually. I could do with a bit of company, but it's not allowed. So don't worry, I haven't seen anyone, I haven't invited anyone, I haven't touched anyone, I haven't touched anything. No one's been in the studio for days, the surfaces are clean. I'm trying to work from home, I tried, but I've moved house and it's crap. It's nice, isn't it? The new place is good, but the internet isn't up to scratch, so look at this, lads, look at this. We're going to be having a look at a few different things this week in the news. Jadon Sancho. It all looked so good, didn't it? It was all going so well. And then now look, Barcelona won it, Real Madrid won it, United ain't got any money anymore. All the money just fell off when the virus happened. Where's the money? Oh, it's fell off. Remember the cash on when it worked. So that can't be the case, but we'll be having a look into that. All sorts going on. A lady who believes in heaven because she saw a light. Project Restart, we'll get into that. 7 years this week. Well, actually, we'll get to that in a little second. But first of all, I want, you know, like the puns. And this show isn't a pun, but is, as always, sponsored by Cans. Come on, we're back in the studio. Look at it. It's just how I remember it being. Just how I left it. Actually, it's a bit messy. You know when they come back from when they come back from the trip and Kevin got buzzers, tarantulas and shelves all on the floor. It's a bit Kevin, what did you do to my room in here? But other than that, it's great to be back. How's everyone doing? Right, I want to get your puns in. You know I love the puns. I love the puns. Punometer is going through the roof. I want this. Right, again, this lady. She's seen the light, and therefore heaven exists. So I want your football afterlife pun. There's also the week that Afterlife 2 came out. If any of you interested in that, you'll cry. No, you'll cry. That's for sure. Afterlife 2 came out, this lady's seen Afterlife. I want your heavenly afterlife football puns. I'll give you one. Stairway to Harlem. You get it. You could also have, Stairway to Heerenveen, but Heerenveen is a town as well as a football club. But you get the point. Give me your Afterlife footy puns, and I'll be coming to them later on. Stephen Alston's ringing me. That's never a good sign on air. Hello. Turn the music off, you twat. Turn it off. Music's off now, so you don't need to worry about it anymore. Hello. Turn the music off. I can't hear a thing. Anyone hear what he's saying? The music. Right, you can hear me now. You can hear me. Jesus. Well, last week, do you know what? I turned it up because last week the music was too quiet. Unbelievable. But if you didn't hear, what I want is your your heaven and afterlife football puns. A lady's seen the light. here. So that's it. Stairway to Holland. That's the kind of gist. You get it. Bloody hell. What is happening? Someone says what is happening. What's Stairway to Helsinki Rangers? Highway to Helsinki Rangers. Yeah. Give me your puns. Puns. Right, in the news this week, look at this, look. You're going to love this. Let me just check and make sure that's... Yeah, that's too loud. That's too loud. What about like that? Ooh, like that for next time. We'll know for next time. Look at this. Brand new graphics, look. Where are we? This week in the news. Whoa! Professional! Robin... No, fuck. It's that way. It's never that way. Robin van Persie, this week it was 7 years till the day that he was given a Guard of Honour by Arsenal for winning the league with Manchester United. That's ultimate, innit? The ultimate embarrassment. Look at Santi Cazorla, Ramsey. Who's the other one? Podolski. Remember him? Look at that, facing the way. Not even looking at him, not even giving him the eye contact. To be fair, even Van Persie looks nervous. How embarrassing is that? It's like clapping your ex-missus and a new boyfriend going down the street, innit? Well done, mate. Well done, mate. Well done, mate. Well done. What else we got? Next up, we've got all sorts. First bit of news. Let's go to our first proper news. And this is a bit upsetting, actually, because it's Sancho, innit? We always talk about Sancho in here. And do you know what? As I've been saying for weeks and months, and it might have even been years at this point. I reckon 1 year ago today we were talking about Jadon Sancho coming to United. It's been years since we've been talking about this. And I say it every time. It's too good to be true, innit, lads? It's been so easy. It's been so easy. Someone says pop the music back on. It's good music. It is really good music. Robin van Purgatory, Mark Brim. Brilliant. First ever phone on the Late Night Live. It's not actually. I was rang by Viv Anderson on episode 2, I think. No, episode 3. Great graphics with a desire to annihilate. Bloody lovely. Okay, so Jadon Sancho, as we were saying, it's been this, I've said it before, an uninterrupted boulevard of green lights where you drive and you just, bloody hell, this is too easy. And we thought, this is too easy, isn't it? It is too easy. This is in the mirror. Manchester United's task of luring Jadon Sancho just got harder. After Barcelona and Real Madrid entered the race for the Englishman, they're the three words you just don't want to hear when it's coming to a transfer, innit? Barcelona, Real Madrid, because they're just as big as United. But if we're honest, they win more trophies these days. I hate saying that as much as you hate hearing it. Don't forget that. Borussia Dortmund star is linked with the exit door. What a strange sentence. Do you know what? Well, I'm going to start making my own proper newspapery sentences. The Borussia star is linked with the exit door. Not even a club, just the door. Look at you linked with that door over there, you are. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. It says it in the newspaper. And United are firmly in the hunt. But the Spanish giants are set to join the race with Barcelona, prepared to include high-rated youngster Ansu Fati in the deal. Ansu Fati was placed on the deal. The teenager has burst onto the scene, of course he has. No one ever sort of squelches or meanders onto the scene these days, do they? This term, and the Catalans are prepared to offer him from the German side, but only on loan. Fati is also a Borussia Dortmund target, but Barcelona already value the 17-year-old at over 30 million. And I know it's F-A-T-I, and I know you shouldn't call people Fati, but when I hear the word Fati, it makes me laugh. Madrid, meanwhile, threw money at the transfer market last summer. Again, just willy-nilly, just eyes closed, strip club style, money at the transfer market. But they still could finish the season trophyless. That's because the season isn't going to end. Los Blancos, brilliant, have a reputation for acquiring world stars, and Sancho is set to be just that. Dortmund have slapped a £100 million price tag on the Man City Academy star. It remains to be seen how the coronavirus pandemic will affect club finances and, as a result, summer spending. United will spend around 150 million. United spent around 150 million last summer, and despite an upturn in performances recently, remains some way off the pace domestically. All right. Solskjaer has added it doesn't actually say in this article, but what I can tell you is that it's Bild in Germany that are the source of this news. And Bild, there's two different types. There's sport Bild and there's regular Bild. Neither of them are to do with building. Neither of them, anything like that. I assumed it was some sort of building society or something like that. It's not. It's just a journalist, newspapers and that. Owen hair grievance. Not quite sure. Not quite sure what that means. Peter Schmeichel, Gary Neville, Phil Devil. That's good. You used Neville for both Neville and Devil. Very good. So it's looking like Barcelona and Real Madrid are interested in Jadon Sancho. Let me know, actually. Do you think we're better than them? Do you think that he would want to come to us over them? Because for once, usually in these arguments, these sort of stories that you see when it's Barcelona and Real Madrid have entered the deal, the marketplace. They've put their sort of coins on the table, all these weird things that people say for no reason. Do you think that the fact that he's English, instead of maybe being from somewhere from Europe or South America, gives United for once the advantage? Because everyone's like, oh, you want to play for Barca or Real Madrid, or players coming from South America, players coming from France and Italy and Spain. They have this. There's a certain je ne sais, who knows what, to Real Madrid and Barcelona that you just can't get in England. But do you think maybe for once, because he's English, he doesn't necessarily have that kind of Barcelona and Real Madrid are above everyone else mentality? Maybe he's got an eye on the Man United guy, and that's us. Stephen and Zombie, that's good, you're going the other way with it. I was thinking, heaven, the light side of death. You've gone zombie. Or the undead, essentially. Okay, I'm not going to read that. Till death do us party, that's good. But it suggests, it's more of a wedding thing though, isn't it? And it suggests that till death do us party is like, hey, we're going to party all the way to death. A lovely sentiment, really. Tim over the Cahill. These are really good this week. Bend it like Satan. Ellen, for once, you've come out the blocks with a genuine pun. Hierro is a half pipe and you've ruined it. So, but do you know how I know you've ruined it? Because you've never heard of Hierro before, so you're getting these fed to you from someone else. And you've put them under your name to try and get points because I always criticise you. And I criticise you because I know you can do so much better. Moving on. Next story then. Look at these graphics. Oh, delicious. Next up, and this is my favourite thing, not that one, this one. Look at that picture. We've talked about it before. Put a mask up against a ball. Well, I've got a lovely red neck there. I look like a music teacher who's been on holiday. I'm speaking specifically about my music teacher. She used to go on holiday. She would come back. I'm not going to name her for legal reasons. She would go on holiday. I don't know where she went, but she stood too close to it because her chest and neck looked like beetroot that had been boiled and then just put on a barbecue. Unbelievable colour on this lady. And I'm sort of going a little bit Miss Leavery. Shouldn't have said her name. So here we go anyway, that way. The coronavirus mask leant up against the ball, the most bad taste picture that is being used, just wide rife, to quote the day-to-day there. Just being used wide rife all across Sky Sports, all across everything. Lean it up against it. Is it possible for us to smear a little bit of the disease on the ball? No, that's too far. Okay, we'll just lean the mask up against it then. Really weird picture, but I'll use it every time because I think it's funny. Project Restart, and no, I'm not talking about a middle-aged lady getting back in the dating scene after a difficult divorce. This Project Restart is talking about football coming back. You know football. The Premier League has issued a statement with the following update on any potential return to action. Are we almost sick of the idea of it coming back? I would love it to come back, but it's... Anyway, at a meeting of Premier League shareholders today, brackets Friday, brackets today, clubs discussed possible steps towards planning to resume the 1920 season when it's safe and appropriate to do so. It was reiterated that the thoughts of all with those directly affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Aren't they so thoughtful? It was reiterated that despite the potential use of around 10,000 items of PPE for what is essentially private business, we really want you to know that we've got all of those affected by the pandemic at the forefront of our thinking. Furthermore, the Premier League's priority is the health and safety of players, coaches, managers, club staff, supporters, and the wider community. If a human spoke to you like this, with like, oh, what's your favourite thing? Probably charity, being nice to people, feminism, just looking after the elderly and, selling, giving my clothes away to the homeless. You'd be like, what are you covering up here, mate? Furthermore, the Premier League's priority is the health and safety of players, coaches, managers, club staff, supporters, and the wider community. Get a life, Premier League. Anyway, the league and clubs are considering the first tentative moves forward and will only return to training and playing with government guidance. Under expert medical advice and after consultation with players and managers, the league welcomed the creation of the government medical group work for a return of elite sport, which met for the first time this morning. Right. Do you know what I actually haven't checked this. What I love is when this is called Government Medical Work Group for a return of elite sport. I love it when those things, it's not an anagram, diagram, pentagram, whatever it's called, when all of those initials, the first initial makes up like Cobra or, Cassie. That's for you, Hannah. Make up a word in and of itself. So let's get this. Government Medical Working Group for a return to elite sport. Gumgur offers. It's not one. Which met for the first time this morning. No decisions were taken at today's shareholders meeting, and clubs exchanged views on the information provided regarding Project Restart. I'm backdating. You know what? It's time. He's outdating, so I'm going outdating. Project Restart. It was agreed that the PFA, LMA, players and managers are key to this process and will be further consulted. The club's reconfirmed their commitment to finishing the season and maintain the integrity of the competition and welcome the government's support. So really, little to no news there, is it? All except we are keen to keep this going, keep this started. People don't want to lose the season, do they? They really don't want to lose it. It just is getting to the point where, how is this possible? The French league, I think yesterday, announced that league is void. Well, no, it's not void. It's finished, and PSG are the champions. Ajax were denied the championship in Holland after their league was void. We saw Club Brugge given the title in Belgium after their season was void. We are and then Germany, who have recently relaxed their what had been up to that point stellar or relatively stellar approach to containing the virus, relax that, and we've seen a spike or an increase in casualties there. So it just seems as though any sort of step, because Germany are also talking about coming back on the 9th of May. That's 1 week away, lads. Colin, good pun, but it feels a bit... Thomas Graverson, very good, very good, very good. Gravid Beckham, that also makes him sound pregnant, which is good. Shane Longsleep, I like that. The big sleep, I like when people call it that. Diego Ghoster, Heaven Benega. These are really good. These are really good, everyone. Wow, I don't know what that means, but I'm excited about that one. 3 Cologne players tested positive for COVID-19. Now the whole squad and staff are in 2 weeks quarantine. I haven't seen that story. I'm assuming you're correct there. If that's true, then what, are they out of the league now? I don't know if that's true. Your camera is FUCKED. Is it? Something's going on. Who knows? Hello, Joe. Hello, Jack. Right, next story then. Next story. What we got next? Oh, this is a good one. You never guess what they've done. They've released all the UFO details. Do you remember those UFOs that people used to care about before real news was happening? When all those people running around in like Area 51s and stuff, always going around saying there's aliens, they've dissected them, they're hiding stuff from us. UFO video officially released by the Pentagon showing strange craft. The Pentagon has officially acknowledged a video of strange craft which many people were convinced was evidence of alien activity. Let me know, do you believe in aliens? And I don't mean, statistically, the chances that we're alone in the universe are almost zero. Fucking C-3PO over here. I mean, do you think aliens have come to Earth? I won't ask you again. Do you think aliens have come to Earth? Let me know in the comments. And if so, don't just say, Gemma Collins. It's an easy target. So they've released these videos, and basically, look at this. Look at it, that little white dot. Hang on a sec. Look at that, right? This isn't official government material. That's a fucking TIE fighter from Star Wars. Look at it again. Two little things at the side, circle in the middle. That is a TIE fighter. That's just a behind the scenes from the DVD of The Last Skywalker. Unbelievable. Fake news. I'm calling it. I'll be the first to say it. That's fake news, that is. And on to our final story of the night. Absolutely ridiculous. Robert Pires in peace. We're getting a bit... Some of these are just on the cusp of good taste, aren't they? Speaking of good taste. Stella Artois. Lovely new lager from the Robinson's Cup, makers of Robinson's Cordial. Oh, it's delicious, that. We're actually the aliens. That's a TIE fighter from Star Wars. Just said that. Stop smoking so much weed, Joe. You'd be surprised at how little weed I smoke. Almost zero. Final story tonight. If I can find it. Where is it? Oh my God. Oh my God. Here we go. Ah! We've been talking about this one, haven't we? We've been talking about this one. Here's your puns. Get your puns in. A final flurry of puns. A McFlurry of puns. And this is from the Express. Life after death. Woman surrounded by pure light in harrowing near-death experience. Life after death is real. At least according to a woman who claims to have been surrounded by warm, pure light following a swimming accident. Scientists, what they've done here, and they've made the mistake because she's seen the light and they haven't, and so out of jealousy, they've brought scientists into it. Scientists are yet to find any evidence of life after death. Of course they're not, because they're not looking hard enough, they're not looking within. But many people already believe an afterlife exists. I like how I say already. Like, too late, scientists, we already believe an afterlife exists. So, science all you want, but we already believe it now, too late. One woman who gave her name as Teresa, again, doubting her honesty there, who gave her name as Teresa, could be called, Mother Teresa, oh my God, claims to have left her own body after nearly drowning when she was 7 years old. Teresa shared her incredible story with the Near Death Experience Foundation, NDERF. Now that's what I'm talking about. I told you I like it when it all fits together like into a word, NDERF. She said, as I grabbed for a pool noodle... Teresa, if that is your real name, I'm going to stop you there. You can't start a story about spiritual enlightenment with a sentence including the words pool noodle. Because it sounds like you're eating a soup so big, a minestrone of such vast quantities that it had to be served in a swimming pool. As I reached for a pool noodle, swimming past a chunk of carrot in the world's largest minestrone soup eating attempt, unbelievable. It slipped away from me. I panicked, wailed and splashed around. I tried 3 times to reach the surface. The water in my mouth and throat kept me from screaming. Jesus. It was a fear like nothing I'd ever known. A pure look of terror had hold of me as a million thoughts rushed my mind. It's then she said she felt like she slipped into a deep sleep. However, she could see herself floating at the bottom of the pool. Now, I don't know about your definition of floating, but if you're at the bottom of a pool, difficult, isn't it? It's like saying, oh, he was flying on the pavement. Anyway, floating at the bottom of the pool. Whatever floating means to you, I guess. Whatever floats your boat. She said, my hair covered my face, blah, 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 blah. The rainbow colours of my suit were brighter than ever before. Now we're talking, showing off already. Look at this wicked patterned suit I've got. Immediately I knew it was me, yet I was not her anymore because I was watching me. I felt so peaceful, everything was okay. Certainly came over me. Anyway, no, let's get to the light. She was then engulfed in warm, pure light. Now, if you've ever been out in Worksop on a Saturday night, there are a lot of people who will tell you that they are engulfed in you can see the way they're dancing, they're engulfed in a similar light. What she's had there is ecstasy. And then she's gone to a swimming pool, some sort of rave sequence has happened, out-of-body experiences, man, next level vibe tunes, next level it's just warm light, as far as the eye can see. She said it felt like a hug from a true mother. That's something that Westwood would say. It was beautiful serenity. Oh dear. Anyway, also, imagine if heaven was just a light shining in your eyes. I've got a light shining in my eyes now. If I had to do that for the rest of eternity, I'd rather go to hell. Just light, just what pure light, right in your freaking eyes like that. Walking around heaven like that. Oh, I like, the lovely benches and parks and the food's great, but fuck me, the lights are on a bit high. Mental, innit? Glad I'm up at 3 a.m. for this. And it's Joshy. Where do you live? 3 a.m. So you're 5 hours ahead. Somewhere in Asia? That's a guess. Stephen Death. Oliver Edwards, you've gone into overdrive with this. Marco Zeus. And he's not necessarily dead, but he is a god. So I suppose in that way he avoids death and sort of, overcomes and oversees death. 26 minutes have gone, everyone. It's not only poo that floats at the bottom of the pool, it's also this lady. Edwin van der Sarcophagus. That is fantastic, and it also taps into my deep-seated love of ancient Egypt. That's going to be brilliant. Anish Joshi is from India, who is also a member of Stretford Pad. If you want to become a member, click the join button. It's really as simple as that. Click the join button, see what you fancy. Tomorrow, we've got a behind-the-scenes video coming out. If you want to see what goes on into making a Late Night Live intro, if you want to see what Stephen's up to, drinking probably too much rum, let's face it, and if you want to see what Alex is doing, putting his pretty little shirts up behind him like a big sexy YouTuber, let's face it, you're going to be able to see all of that tomorrow, as well as hopefully Cam and Callum. We call them the Chuckle Brothers, but it's more of an affectionate thing. Dumb and Dumber, Tweedledee, Tweedledum, you get the picture. They live together, and they are a very happy gay couple, and one edits and one produces, and they're great together. So you're going to be able to see that if you are a member. That is coming out tomorrow. Peter Svensson quite simply says, recap. Do you know what, Peter? Great idea. Let's start this show from the beginning. Good night.